Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. We run down here, and we've got a burner inserter here. Now these things are pretty slow. What I actually want to do is I want to swap that over. And you can see it's pretty slow doing that, but it does at least allow it to go. It does at least allow it to run. Another thing you should look at is on here. Look, you can see this. There we go. Steel processing is done. So the next item that I want logistics science. We want to take the fastest possible route towards our upgrades. We're going to need electronics. I'd say actually that one's going to take a while. Maybe we want to do something different first. Stone walls, optics. This is all good stuff. All of these are good things, right? And they are all good things. They are all useful things. I need the engine so that I can get the electric engine. Character logistics slots. No, I don't want those. Batteries I need. Logistics robots. That'll allow me logistics robots. That's the one I want there, right there. That's the one that I want. Construction robots. We've got to work through everything that we need to get to the construction robots. So I've got electronics right there, and then I got logistics science packs. So electronics is definitely the next one that we want. That one there. Start research. Right. Yeah, you can see on here we've got green wires, and we've got red wires, and we've got the yellow wires. The yellow wires are the standard ones. The reds and the greens, they're so you can set up special circuits later on. And some of those special circuits are absolutely awesome. Now, boilers and steam engines, you have one boiler per 2 steam engines. It is the ratio that you use them in. I was wondering about that previously. So I want a boiler right there. I want another boiler to go onto this. And then we're going to want steam engines. So I actually need more iron for that. So we go racing back up here, and we will grab some iron. Now, fortunately, we have some chests that are making a little bit of iron. They're just like they're dropping out the odd little bit of iron right here. See, we got 1,000 iron in this chest right here. So if I go Control-click, I take 1,134 iron plates, and then I can make 2 steam engines like that. I've got the coal coming off of there. That's all good. And you can see these here now. These are slowed down a bit. Right, so I've now got... I'm making enough of the science packs to power both of those labs. And that will keep running. We'll come down here. We're going to get this going. And then we're going to increase the amount of science packs that we're making. That's our next target, is to increase the amount of science packs that we make. I want to bring this one over here. And you can't just drop these in between. You can you got different options, right? I can leave that one there. If I was to take the steam engine though, right, it doesn't fit there. It won't allow me to put that one in. That one's right in the way, the electric pole. But I need that electric pole there so that I can gather up the power that's being produced. So if I leave a gap of 1 there, like that, and then I can take my boiler and I can drop that one down. But I don't want to put that one up against. I got to move that one up there like that. And I need a single piece of pipe. That's what I need to go onto there. So I go into this one. I make that one single piece of pipe there. I drop that in there. We've got a pump down here. Okay. It's down there by the coast. That pump is capable of feeding 20 of these boilers, which will in turn feed 40 of these steam engines. Right, so we've got a fair bit of available power, or potential power, coming off of all of this. So we don't need to worry about it at the moment. We've got a fair slice of potential power. I'm going to leave that one where he is. This one's going to be a electric one. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this off with a stack of timber. Put that in there, like that. Goes pretty quick. That's got is that up to... I think that's up to speed. Right. I just want to drop that one into there like that. And you can see that's whizzing down through. It uses up that timber really, really quickly. So it's a good way of burning up your timber when you've got a little bit kicking around. We're going to have a lot more kicking around. Trust me on this, there is going to be a lot more of it kicking around. So, next up, we've now got a furnace array with copper coming all the way through it, and that's working beautifully. I've now learned steel, so I can make a steel chest right there, but I don't have any steel plates. Where do I get the steel plate from, I hear you cry? Well, that's easy enough. What you do is you come down here, and you see where we've got all of this iron that's coming out. We actually turn that iron into steel, right? You use the next stage in the process, and you make steel. So, to do that, I would actually like to have more of these furnaces. And I'd like to have more of these as well. So the first step to doing that is I'm going to clear a few of these trees down here. I'm not going to have loads of furnaces making steel, but I am going to have some. So we're going to run along here first. I don't think you use quite as, well, certainly not in the early game, you don't use quite as much copper as you do steel. Iron and steel, because you got to turn iron into steel. So you use up some of your iron to make your items, and you use up some of your iron to make the steel as well, which you then in turn use to make more items. And so you can use up quite a slice. So we'll come back through there like that. There we go. So I'm gonna be making, you know what, I could do that while we're clearing a few more trees down here and getting us a bit more space. I could also make 2, 3 more mining drills, I think. And we'll clear these few trees out of the way here that we've got. Like this. There we go. We got a lovely bit of space here now. We can really expand and we can push ourselves out here. You know, it's a nice bit of space. We can go and stretch our legs. We can enjoy ourselves. It's perfect. It's everything we've hoped for in a beachfront property, really. That's not beachfront. That's in the middle of a forest. It's beachfront if we clear some more of the trees away. Then it becomes beachfront. Let's clear that. Alright. I don't think I want too many more of these. Going to... I think that's most of it. Oh, trees down there. I'm looking at these trees, and I'm actually looking at the very tops of the trees. They're bigger than you sort of want to give them credit for, really. Go up through there. Move a few more of these away. Like that. Yep. Take those out, and that one, and then you. And that one down there. Right, so we've now cleared a little bit more space down the bottom, and that's going to allow us to build some more furnaces. I'm going to build 6 furnaces. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 will be sufficient. Probably 6 will be too many, but I'm reasonably happy with having 6. So, in order to get this to work properly, I'm going to bring this down a little bit so it's sort of out the way. I'm going to drop 6 of them in a line along there. And then I'm going to take these. I'm going to want to make some more of those, the inserters. So I'm going to go, let's make 10 of those for a minute. And drop in that inserter onto there like that. And what we're doing is we're making the exact same system that we've made before. Right, we do the inserters on the top end, and then we do the inserters along on the bottom end, like this. All the way along like that. There, so we've now got those inserters onto there. Then I want a belt that will go along the bottom of that one, like that. But I'm gonna want some coal, right? I'm definitely going to be wanting some coal to be able to power this. I can't just take coal off of this. That's not going to work. It's not going to be able to do it. It's not going to work right if I take coal off of this belt. Not with what we've got at the moment, because I don't have any filter insert. I can't filter these inserters. I got no way of choosing what they take. And I can't do that with those either, because I don't have the logistics network at the moment. So I've got to be a bit more careful about where I bring the belt from, because I don't want, even though I've got spare coal coming down here, what I don't want to do is I don't want to be getting that iron ore coming down through here. That's going to mess up my little system that I've got. Definitely don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take well, we're going to make, first of all, we're going to make a splitter. I'm going to make one splitter. That's going to go there. So we're going to start that one manufacturing. And we'll be using that one in a minute. And then I'm going to go up here. And I'm going to take a couple of these inserters. And I'm going to drop those up there. And we're going to use those. Because I'm going to run a fresh line down. That's how we'll do this. So bring that one out like that. It's going to go over there. And I run that all the way down there. Let's clear these trees out the way. We know they're going to be in the way. Right. Take you out. Take you out. Just like that. Right. So I want to bring that one there. That one I want to bring straight down like that. And then... Actually, no, I want to put that belt there. And I'm going to do this, right? This one is going to go down here. Over this way. If I go straight up now, that's not going to work how I want it to work. I need it to come over one and then up onto there. I want that on the lower side. Because then this one here can go on the upper side and it will just keep it nice and simple. So we put that back through there like that. And then I can come back up this way. Like this. And I can take two inserters and I will go 1, 2, like that. They're both going to start pumping coal onto that belt. It won't take them very long to fill that belt up. So what will happen is the coal will come down here and it will go round and it will come onto the lower side of this belt right here. So then I've got this brand new splitter that I went and made. That one's right there. So I want to take that one, and what this does is it splits what is on this belt and it sends half one way and half the other way. So I'll drop that in there and that will bring half of it down to here. That's the plan. I can drop that onto there. There we go. So I've now got half of the iron coming along there, and then the other half of the iron is going the other way. And you can see now why I want the coal on this side of the belt. Although the coal is going to go on that side of the belt anyway. I didn't even think about that. Because of where the inserters are, the coal is going to go on that side of the belt anyway. Not that it really matters. I've at least demonstrated to you how that particular little function works. So I can actually remove some of these belts and I can keep them back for another time. So all I got to do here is I'll take that one out there and then that one I'll rotate round and it'll go in there. So I can pick those up there. I'll go into here and I'll dump in that just so that we've got some in there. And now I need to connect these up. So put 2 in there, put 2 in there, and put 2 in there. And then I will do the same over here. We go 2 going there, 2 going there, and 2 going there. And now I want more belts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I also want a steel chest. I don't have a steel chest available at the moment. So then I bring this one out over to here, like this. And I'm going to just stop that one exactly where it is. Now, have a look here. You can see that this actually takes a fair while to go through and make one piece of steel. So I've got 6 furnaces here making steel. It's going to take a long time to be able to make 6 furnaces. That goes all the way up through. It takes 10 iron plates to make one piece of steel. Alright, 10 iron plates for every single piece of steel. So I'm going to be using 60 pieces of iron every time I make one of these. This one is crafting speed 1. So if I look in here, it takes 32 seconds to craft one piece of steel plate. So every 10 seconds, I'm using 32. I'm actually using 6 times that. So I'm using 190 iron plates every 32 seconds. And that's getting us our steel out on the end there. But that's going to be alright, because we've got these busy working up here. They're producing plenty. We've got power being produced. That is absolutely fine. We're not overdoing it with the power at the moment. So we've got no worries about that. So next on here, what I want to do is I actually want to shuffle these up a little bit. And I want to squeeze them in together. So I'm going to lift that one there out of the way. And I'm going to drop that one Like that. I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one over there. So that's squeezing them up a little bit tighter. That one will reach 5,800. This one can reach 38,000. That's 126,000 in there. So what I'd actually prefer to do is remove that one and remove all three of these from there like that. And remove those as well. And then I want to do it like this. I want to put that up tight to that side. And then I want to move that one out like that. And I'll put that one there, and I'll move that one out a bit. So that this one here, it's reaching anything that might be underneath that belt. That's the main reason I'm doing that. And then I'll put a piece of belt in there so that we've got that. And then I can drop in a power line there, and a power line there, so they're all running. I've now got 7 of these running. And we'll just double check that we do have sufficient... Right, well, that one's running there. Power supply is absolutely fine for that. 7 of these running, and you can now see that we're starting to really accumulate the ore down through here. This is good. We want to get as much ore as possible coming in through now. That's going to become a very crucial aspect of this. Right? We need all of these firing continuously so that we've got a constant supply of iron coming out, which is then going to feed into these furnaces over here. We're going to be using a lot. So we've got plenty of steel out here. So I'm going to stand there and I'm going to gather up all of the steel that we've gotten so far. And you can see it's already accumulated back into those furnaces a little bit. There we go. Right. Now I can go into here. And I've already got 4 steel chests available to be made. Now, why are the steel chests so important to me? Why am I worrying about steel chests when I could just use the iron chests? Iron chests don't get to be reused. You don't use them anymore later on, okay? But when we get construction robots, these right here, they make storage chests, okay? And they make passive provided chests. Now, we're going to need oil to be able to make these, because you need oil to make the advanced circuits. But they also require a steel chest in their construction. So the sooner we move to steel chests, the better, because any iron chests we make, you don't get to upgrade them, you don't get to use them, you don't reuse them in things later on. They become obsolete, and you've got to get rid of them somewhere, or you just, plonk them down on something. So as soon as possible, I like to move over to using steel chests rather than using any other chests. And so I'll just clear that one off of the hotbar there by pressing the middle mouse button on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the steel chest down there, and I'm going to take that one, I'm going to drop it down, and I'm going to take a small electric wire, and put that one on. So it's slowly going to start putting all of the steel that we get into there. Also, the steel chest has got a much higher capacity than the iron chest. There's the iron chest. The steel chest has a higher capacity, which is a better thing. And if you look up through here now, we've got these are filling up rather beautifully, look. We've got that one there. That factory there is completely backed up. This one has not completely backed up. All right, that one's still putting out the science packs over onto the other line. There is a way we can do this to, even things out a little bit more. Or we could speed things up a little bit. Maybe make them use a little bit faster. So that we can keep producing. So that this one's not being wasted. Because at the moment, it's not doing anything, is it? Right, it's just kind of sitting there. It's not doing a great deal. It's waiting, and it's just sat there, not doing a great deal. And we need it to be doing more than just nothing. It can't just be sat there. It's kind of being used, but I think that it's not being used 100%. I can make another one of these. That's going to be my first port of call. So I'm going to make another one of them. So I will go there, and we'll make a 3rd lab. And what I'll probably do is... I'm just wondering how I should do this. Whether I should make 4. No, we'll stick with 3 labs at the moment. 3 labs will be fine. So our copper over here is all ground to a halt. We're not doing anything with the copper at the moment. The reason that I didn't actually put down any more chests was because I was waiting for the steel. So I'm going to take 2 steel chests now. And I'm going to put those down next to the copper up here, and we're going to start filling those with copper so that we've got a really good reserve of copper plates. Now, I've got that one, so I want to remove this one out of the way. I'm going to take you as well, and I'll pick that up off the floor. And what I do with this, right, is you've got one there. Yeah? So we move up one to allow for an inserter. And then I'm going to move it over 2 that way. And I'm going to leave a gap, and I'm going to move the other one over this way. And I like to do this if I can. I like to I build them out into a triangle. Because then what I do is I put one there, and I put one there like that. Right? And then later on what I'll do is I'll put some more up through here. I put another line up through here. We'll go 1, 2, 3. And then we will have 6 labs working all together. So at the moment, you can see these are working along quite nicely. They're busy pumping through. And every time one of these labs runs out, one of these inserters here will grab something off of this one and it will pop it into there. And what I will do later as well, just to help this out, is I'll put a splitter on this belt. And we will run this through here. Actually, that's something that I'd like to do now. Just wondering about that. We'll see. Electronics. We've done electronics. That's one bit that's out the way. Plastics. Plastics is down there with the green. Fast inserters and item... Right. Do I go for those or do I go for those? I think we will go for the... I'd actually like to get the steel pickaxe fairly soon. That's an upgrade to your mining speed. It's also the tree chopping speed, which is going to really help us on this map. Fast inserters are really going to help us as well. So is the logistics science packs. We're going to be wanting to move on to them fairly soon. I think we'll go with the fast inserters first, though. Do I or don't I? It's 150. That's 300. No, we'll go with those. We go with those right there, 375 of them. Right, while those are starting to build up, I'm going to go over to here, and I'm going to take 2 steel chests. I'm going to drop them there. I'm going to take that one and that one like that, and I'm going to put a power supply there. Right, I've now got them working. Okay, I'm going to fill both of those up with copper. We're going to have mountains and mountains of copper in there. But the other thing that I want to do, we've got this system here is kind of working, but it's not working great. We don't have enough iron coming through. Alright, I'm still slow on the iron. The chest here is slowing down. I'm just wondering if I need this chest here. I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to remove this chest. Right, if I remove this from the equation... that might make life a little bit better for us. Right, if I'm only removing the... just remove the iron from the one chest over there. That might help. Now, we have backed up a bit, so I could make some more of these, and that is one thing I'm going to do. I'm actually going to start increasing the amount that we're doing with the iron. I can do one there, and I've actually got room to do one here if I move that iron chest off as well. I've got room to pick that iron up as well. So if I remove you and I pick you up, there. That's all the iron. Right. We won't worry about putting another one of those in for a minute, but what I will do is I'm going to take you and I'm going to drop you down there like that. Then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to make another one of them like that, and I got room. Oh, actually, no, I don't. I don't have room for another one. I've run out of room. I've completely run out of room. Well, this isn't good. This is a serious affair. We'll put that one down to there like that. Just setting up one more furnace is going to be good anyway. We'll put that one like that. And you can see that we don't have the normal gap here. But obviously the reason for that is if I move the belt down one more, it's going to start putting everything onto here. And we don't want to do that. That's just going to really mess things up. So what I can do, though, is I can put another couple of furnaces over this side. Right, I've got room to do that. So we go there, we go out by one, and we drop one there. I can take a couple more of these. Let's take 4 more. 3 more. So we've got 4 altogether. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that's going to be just perfect. We've put them there. And then I need more inserters. So I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 double lots of inserters. There's actually, I think I'm mostly using up my copper. And I can take my inserters and I start bringing those over from that side. Let's start messing around with these belts a minute. So, unfortunately here, the belt is going to be wrong. So what I'm going to need to do, I wouldn't mind having the iron on both sides of the belt. That's not going to hurt. So, I think probably the fastest way to do... Actually, why don't I just do it like... No. Just trying to think which would be the fastest way of doing this without messing anything up too badly. And I think probably the fastest way of doing this would be to remove that filter right there. And do I want to do that? Then run a belt over and down. So I've got it coming from this side. I know what I mean, but nobody else knows what I mean right now. I'm not really talking a lot of sense. See, that one there is now backed up a bit, and I'm not actually going to need these all running through anyway. Right, new plan. That's going to go up there like that, and then that's going to go there like that. It's going to go around like that. It will take all of it right where it's supposed to go. And then that's going to go up this way like this. And it's going to go into there. Right, so everything is backing up. And you're backing up a bit. Yeah, well, you will back up a bit, and that will come up to over here, and then it should be enough, but I don't like the way that's working. Well, we don't need that to do that, do we? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We can do... We'll bring that one up, and we'll bring it round there. Right. I know I can put one of those tunnels to go underneath there if I want to, but I'd rather just keep this inserter just for a minute, just... You know, I could actually do... That would be a better option. Right, let's redesign it. Let's redesign it all again. We're going to redesign the whole thing. So I want to remove you from there first. And then I want to take you and I want to drop you down there. And that one can be picked up. So that'll all come around there like that. Then what do I want to do? I want to bring that one... Yeah, that one's going to stay where it is. I want to go underneath. I need to go underneath, so I need to make another one of these. I need an underground belt. That makes it a duo. It always does the underground belts in pairs, so I will move that one up there. That one's going to go there like that, and that one's going to come up there like that. Okay? So you can now see that we've got these. Then I can bring that one up by one. Put that into the side of that belt. It puts it into the side of these, which is a really cool thing. It's like it's an awesome little feature, the way it moves them into the side like that. But you don't actually need to do... We don't even need to do that. I can bring that down to there, and then I can use this splitter. Why do I want to use... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know what I've done wrong. I know what I've done wrong. I don't want to put that one there. I actually want to put this one over here. I want to put it on that side like that. If you press Q while you got your mouse over the ore, it actually pops up with an electric mining drill if you've got one on your bar. I kept wondering why it was doing it. It's because of that. It's a little special thing. And then I want to go from there. I want to put the splitter there like that. Right? That's now going to split between those two. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to run that round. It's going to come over to there, and then this way, and then there like that, and it's going to go like that. Okay? So now I'm splitting. I've got half of it going up there, and the other half is coming up round, and it's heading back this way, and it's coming up towards here. So I've got these 6 down here. These are going to stay absolutely full the entire the entire time. They're going to stay full. Right. I'm making a load more belts. We'll just go up here. We can make sure this is all working properly. It is. There's no issues up here whatsoever. The only issue we've got... Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.